Hi, everybody. This is Laura, Spirit Medium Laura. So glad you could tune in this evening, the 7th of January, 2019. Happy New Year. I hope it's happy for you. I know for myself, I enjoyed it so much that I actually had some post-holiday blues. Uh, I mean, I was so happy going from party to party and all these things going on. And I got into the holiday spirit, and then when it was all over, I was like, oh, it's all over. So if you feel that way too, maybe you have had the holiday blues. So don't take it seriously. Just it'll be passing probably very, very quickly. Anyway, there is a website for this show. It is called spiritmediumtv.com. That's spiritmediumtv.com. And there you can get a few different resources. One is jumping to the top of the queue. That's called the 8 No Wait. If you have an urgent matter, you just can't wait, donate 8 and jump the gate. And you can do that at spiritmediumtv.com. This evening, we do have somebody who apparently knows about that and already made her donation earlier in the day. I haven't seen her enter the queue yet, but when she does get there, she goes right to the top of the queue. So if any of you think that you can't be read tonight, maybe it's taking too long or something, feel free to do that. If I don't get to you during the show, I will call you right after the show or soon thereafter as I can. As of right now, there are not a lot of people in the queue. But by the time I'm done making my little intro here, there could very well be. Second thing, there's a video that you can watch me live in front of a camera on spiritmediumtv.com. Not very fascinating, shall we say, but nevertheless, it is sometimes fun to watch the video while I'm speaking as well. And the third thing that you can get at spiritmediumtv.com is the free for me. Use radio show key when you're booking your appointment at booklaura.com. So that's radio show key, gives you the free for me. And what that means is you get a third more time free than that for which you pay. So if you paid for 30 minutes, you get a third of that, which is 10 minutes, appended or added to your appointment for free. That's my gift to you as a radio show listener. So tonight we're going to have a little focus subject. Then we're going to do prayer, meditation, energy connection. That's pretty quick. It goes very, very quickly. And then I'll get to the phone lines. Oh, goody. I love going to the phone lines. But I also love talking about the focus subjects. Each week I come up with something or something comes along either through a client session or something going on in my own life or just a synchronistic occurrence. And last week, I happened upon this person called the Ice Man. There's a video on YouTube. And the Ice Man is a man who learned or developed seemingly supernatural powers by virtue of a terrible loss that he had. His wife committed suicide, and he claims she was the love of his life and left him with children that they both had together. And he was so overcome with grief from this that it set him on a path to search for answers. He tried many different disciplines, but nothing really was getting him out of this funk until he saw a frozen over lake and he saw ice. And then he said, that's it. Ice is going to be the way I overcome this. And so he developed a way to breathe that allows him to withstand cold in a way that we would think is not possible. For example, he's climbed Mount Everest 2 times in just his bathing trunks. And he also has been tested over and over again. He swims under ice water. He swims so long under ice water that his retinas will freeze and he goes blind. That's how long he can hold his breath. So this method is a breathing method that he's come up with. But then when I started to look into breathing, I found out that yogis use breath as well to achieve superhuman accomplishments, not just with their body, but in other ways, in spiritual ways. breath is extremely important. Breathing is extremely important. So I started to kind of experiment a little bit with it to see if I could come up with any use for it. One thing that I've been successfully doing is using it for sleep. Before I go to sleep at night, I take a deep diaphragm breath or abdominal breath, and I say to myself, sleep, 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 as if I'm giving myself the order to sleep. Using your diaphragm or your belly area is actually accessing your subconscious mind, your automatic or autonomic nervous system, which controls things like sleep. Okay? So if you have problems sleeping, you might want to try this because for me, it's worked really, really well. I used to use like essential oils to help me relax and go to sleep. And I was still waking up in the middle of the night and my mind would be racing for no apparent reason. Okay, sometimes I had something on my mind, but there were other times when I just was like really, really hyper. So I use this now. If I wake up in the middle of the night, I do the sleep meditation. And I have that in the article, by the way. The article is called Yogic Breathing. Let's see, Yogic Breathing for Manifestation. Yogic Breathing for Manifestation. You can get that article now if you go to spiritmediumtv.com. You'll see it on the sidebar where the blog posts are. If you're listening to the show at a future point in time, you simply go to spiritmediumtv.com and click on the little magnifying glass at the top of the screen. You can put in yogic breathing for manifestation, and you should come to this article. It gives you the exact exercise, which I think we're going to do now just to try. So I've had success in doing it with that, with sleep. Then I've also had times when I'm really, really sleepy, like tonight. I was really sleepy before the show. I don't know why, because I slept certainly enough last night using my breathing techniques. And I really didn't do much yesterday, nor did I even go out Saturday night. I had a very nice, restful couple of days. I don't know why I'm sleepy, but anyway, I decided to use some of that energizing breath. So what I did was, again, breathing in deeply from the abdomen and then ordering myself to energize. And I direct the order into my abdomen, thinking that that's accessing my subconscious, which would control adrenaline levels, energy oxidation levels, mitochondria levels, all levels of energy processing that my conscious mind would not necessarily get to. And so a third use could be manifestation, creating conditions in your life that might not have to do with your body right now, but might have to do more with access to the superconscious mind. Of course, there are things in ourself that have to adjust as well, which would be controlled by the subconscious. So if you want to try this, and I have been working with it, I haven't seen results yet, but I'm still very optimistic. You've taken a deep, and I'm going to do this one now. So I'd like each of you to think of something that you want in your life. Maybe it's a job, maybe it's love, maybe it's this, maybe it's clarity. And I want you to uncross your arms and legs and breathe in deeply from your abdomen. Breathing in now. And when you have that breath, make an order to yourself, very simple order. For example, if you want clarity, order into your abdomen, clarity, clarity, clarity. Do it 3 times and then exhale. And then just relax. Breathing in again deeply. And sending that instruction, money, 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 whatever it is, and then releasing. Remembering to direct it towards your abdomen, assuming that that affects your subconscious, which then, and I didn't say this yet, your subconscious connects to the superconscious. So every time we want to manifest something, we have to go into some kind of a state of mind where we are in accessing our subconscious, like a dream state. Our subconscious is speaking to us. Okay? So deep breathing is a way to go into a theta brainwave state very quickly. This has been proven scientifically. I don't have those references in this article. I do have other references. If it sounds interesting to you and like a tool you can use, you can get it at spiritmediumlaura.com or spiritmediumtv.com. Yogic breathing for manifestation. Yay! Okay. And so now what we're going to do is we're all going to make a another meditation, prayer, energy connection, and then I will go to the phone lines. So everybody's sitting. If you would please sit back in your respective locations, uncross your arms and legs, and start to breathe from your abdomen, breathing in deeply. And on the exhale, letting go of any and all tension, any and all negativity, any and all concerns. And breathing in again deeply from your abdomen. I would like you now, as you exhale, start focusing in on your particular issues today for spirit, what you want. So just go ahead and focus in on that. While you're doing that, I'm going to silently go off and invoke the master prayer. I will be back in a second. And now, on your next exhale of breath, if you would please release into the space around you your energy. I will connect us. One moment, please. Okay. And so the first person who I'm supposed to work with might not yet have called in. No, she has not. Okay. So I'm going to go to the first caller, and then I will keep checking back to see where the donation, where the donator is. Her name is Brisa. So I'm going to Sharon. I'm trying to go to you, Sharon. Hold on. There we go. Hi, Sharon. Hi, sweetie. I think we've spoken before. You sound familiar. Have we spoken before, love? Oh, wow. It sounds like just, you sound like somebody else I know then. Okay. Go ahead, honey. You heard that last night, Elson? Okay, good. You sound like Susan Brown, who is an intuitive, and I've worked with her a number of times before. Okay, so go ahead. Yeah, go ask your question, love. Okay. And I just want to remind everyone listening, I don't like to know background. I just want the question. Not that it's anything for you, sweetheart. It'll be fine. I just want to remind everyone. Okay, so will the training go through in this company? Give me the initials of the company, please. Oh, okay, simple enough. And like an no. Okay, so let's go. will the training go through in this company, please? Hold on one second, Sharon. Yeah, we'll go through just as expected. There's a mild, yeah, there's a couple of things. One is money's my mild budgetary concern right now, but not a problem really. And also they want, it's kind of like this. They want to make sure they have enough people ready to go through the training before they begin it. And so that's why they want to use their money judiciously for the training. So I feel them gathering together, and that you would be one of them. And your second part of the question is, will you have a career or future with this company that you like so much? Let's see, yes or no. This is for Sharon. Your area code is 216, and it's company N. Hold on one second. Yeah, you will have a future with them if you want it. Everyone is on board with the expertise that you possess. In other words, they see you the way you want to be seen, and they look well upon you. And I believe you are recognized or acknowledged for who you are and what you bring to the table. I think they see you as very organized, very clean in your process, the way you get things done. You're very efficient. You're very smart. And you give a good appearance as well. So I think they like you very much, Sharon. No, is it? It feels like it's somehow working with the public or sales job, and that there's money involved. Like it could be insurance, or somehow you're working with people's funds. What is the work, honey? Oh, yeah, you're perfect. You're perfect for that. You have that analytical mind, and you're able to square root numbers very quickly, which is what they need. Not everybody's able to do that. So, like do this thing. You know how you what do you call it? You blow on your finger. You put your breath on your fingers, and then you polish up your fingers on your lapel a little bit. In other words, you're hot stuff, girlfriend. Go out and knock them dead. Okay. Thanks, you too, honey. You're welcome. Bye-bye. Okay. I'm going to check now for this 954 person. I've got her number wrong. Let me just double check, sweet everybody. I'm so sorry to keep you waiting, but I do need to make sure that I'm not doing that incorrectly. We have an Eileen also just made a donation, and I will get your phone number, Eileen, in a moment. I just want to make sure that I got her number correct. Brisa. No, it's 956. I'm glad I checked that because Brisa is there. So hold on, everybody. That's 956. And then there's another one who just made a donation. I need to get her, Eileen. And Eileen, I need to get your phone number, and hopefully you put it on there. If not, you're going to have to let me know what it is. Yeah, 305. Okay, good. So I got both of these guys. 305, 443. Yeah. Okay, so I'll be going to Brisa, and then I will be going to Eileen, and then I will be going back to the general queue. All right. Sorry for all the little tedium, everybody. I have to be really good at that administrative stuff, you know. All right, here we go. Brisa. Brisa? Yeah, hi. Oh, what happened to Brisa? Oh, there's Brisa. Okay, I'm sorry, Tony. I'm not supposed to be working with you yet then, Tony. What are you wanting this evening, Tony? What are you wanting this evening, honey? What kind of connection do you want? Do you want an other side connection, honey, or a live question? I'm just going to put that down, honey. Okay, sweet. I'll get to you as soon as I can, honey. Thank you. We have 2956s this evening. So there's Brisa. Brisa. Brisa, you must have been sitting there thinking, what the heck? All right. Yeah. Well, thank you, Brisa, so much for your donation. It goes in part to help animals, everyone. I donate to a local charity called Desi's Second Chance. And the woman that runs it, Sandra, is really dedicated to helping rescue animals. Okay, Brisa, so we're supposed to be doing an other side connection for you. And I'm going to see who pops in first and see what you have to say. Well, first of all, the first thing I'm getting is a picture of a little girl with, it's like as if she regressed in age. First, she was like a teenager, a young woman, very sweet, innocent face, olive complexion, long hair, a little bit on the full figure side, like a little rounder in a figure when she's like in her 50s, in her teens or early young woman stage. But then Spirit showed me this little girl getting younger, and same thing, long dark hair, pretty face. So I don't know who that is yet, love. I don't think it could be you. Sometimes Spirit shows me what they're here for. If they're here for you as a little girl, it could mean you have a little girl. I have a feeling that we have a mother or a mother figure that's looking at you that way. And I think that's a picture of you, but give me a moment, Brisa, to look around you a little bit more, okay? Energetically, and see who else is. I also feel that there is a male here for you. that would have been a smoker. The reason I say smoking because it's important that because it would be important to his health or something that would be distinctive about him because most people have smoked in the past, especially if we talk about grandparents or anything like that. He's slender build, dark hair, and if he is a grandpa, he's showing me himself younger. I'm sure you have grandparents in spirit, yes? Okay. Now, would your grandpa have had dark brown hair and also have worn a mustache at some point in his life, please? You don't know? Okay. Well, I see the dark hair. Yeah, I see a mustache. I also see a hat with a bit of a brim to it, and it looks like he's calling it a some. Is there so? No, no, it couldn't be. Well, I guess that could be the word that's used. You're living in Texas, right, love? And you're Mexican? Yeah, well, I know that everybody because of, where her payment came from. But, I'm hearing the word sombrero for the hat, but the hat does not look like it doesn't look like a straw sombrero. It looks like a leather sombrero with a wide or cowboy kinda hat. Okay, and so yeah, oh, what do you call that? A fa Alright, I'll just call it cowboy hat, and it's leather, it's beaten up, and there under his beautiful hat, he's got nice dark hair, whoever this is. So I'm just gonna give you what I'm seeing, and then we'll figure out. But he also, um, he's speaking to me in some Spanish, all right? So he had used the word "pero," and then he's saying "no fumar," because, I said he was a smoker, but he says he no longer smokes. So that meant he smoked earlier, not later. I gave it up, because he also says that he had a heart condition, which took him earlier than he should have died. He's very sorry about the way he transitioned to the world of spirit. And he says that you would know what he means because it was an earlier than it should have been. He died earlier than he died. Now, would that make sense to you? Or anyone you would know, please? Okay. And that's yeah, it's a grandpa then. Okay. This is a father. He's a father figure for you because, but he must be closer than just a grandpa, even though literally grandpa must have been around you a lot when you were younger. Um, Yeah, and he shows me you in those pictures, the little girl. See, he was trying to show me you, right, and how beautiful you are. He says how beautiful you are when you grow up the way you do, your beautiful skin, your beautiful face, your beautiful heart. I love you so much. Thank you for taking care of the family for me now. It seems like you're the only one around anymore in the home that we left you. Would that make sense to you, please? Do you have his home, honey? Do you have the house? Oh, okay. Well, that's what he's talking about. He wants you to do that. Says thank you for that. Wow, that's beautiful. Says thank you, thank you. He says thank you. That would be the right thing for you to do for everyone involved. Keep the home, the house, and the family, which is what he's. I think it would be relevant to you to say that. Otherwise, he wouldn't have put it that way. Uh, there's a little more special message here. He shows me you having a boy. Do you have a son, please? And there's not only one. There's two of them. Yes. Okay. Well, something about another one. Do you have another child? Okay. So, you don't have 2 boys, but you have 2 more children. There you go. Yeah, I'm getting the words from him literally. Okay, so he's the children that you have. He's saying something about thanking you for something else. Hold on. You see, he left Earth before he was able to say all these things to you. Thank you for taking the home. He already said that. Thank you for you have education. You've gone on for higher education. There's something to do with that he's thanking you for. Like as if he's happy you did it. You've gone on to higher ed, like college or something, honey, because that's what he seems to be saying. Okay, he's very proud of you. I think it's sort of a significant accomplishment. Perhaps you're one of the few in the family or the first one that's done this. He's very happy that you did this because it took a lot of guts to do. Oh, it took a lot of guts to do what you did. You had to put a lot of things on the back burner, a lot of sacrifice to do that, and you didn't get much encouragement either from the home, from your family, from parents, not help you to do it all on your own. You understand? He says you made so many sacrifices for everyone, because now everyone, even though you didn't do it for everyone, but he's saying it helps everyone. Everything you've done helps everyone. There's something else he's going to tell you about medical cure or medical something or other. Medicine, hold on. There's a medical cure for something that you have, and you're taking it now. You have an illness, honey? Do you have... Oh, and you had them removed recently or something, or you haven't? No. Oh, okay. Well, that could be it. I can't ask now because the cat's out of the bag, but he said there's a medical cure for some illness that you have. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it like that. He says, don't get ill anymore. He says, for me, keep well, be well. And okay, there's two things he's saying. One is un beso, he's giving you a kiss. And the other thing is abuela. Abuela is here. Does that mean grandma? She's here also with him, and she says hello. She's clapping her hands and dancing all around, really happy to say hello. And she's actually quite amazing in her energy, because she's like excited. She's so happy they were able to get through tonight. And I'm going to give you one or two details about her, because I actually felt her energy before, earlier when you first said hello to me. So I just want to see if she has anything to say. Abuela. Just, I love you very, very much. Kiss, 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 hug, 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 hug. She shows me her pretty face. She's a nice straight nose. It's kind of refined at the tip. One could say a little pointed, but not, not out of control. She's a caregiver like you. You like to take care of people, and she's just like you. We give, we give. She says, here's a rose for you. Something about Rose or Rosa. Somebody knows that there might be a name Rosa, or Rose could have significance to you. So she gives you a rose. Do you know anyone with Rose or Rosa, that name, sweetheart? Okay, well, just accept the rose in love. And there's something about you being a caregiver, and I think you might be somebody who works in healthcare. Are you a nurse or something? Yeah, because they didn't give me the words for nurse, but they gave me the feeling you're a nurse, and they're so proud of you. So very proud of you. Okay, sweetheart, I'm going to let you go now. Okay, Brisa, thank you so much for giving us a chance to be of service. Thank you, love. Bye-bye. Okay, and so that was very nice. We have one other donation, then I'll go to the general phone lines, and that would be Eileen at 305, and she's here somewhere. 305. There it is. And this time I'm looking at the first three letters of your exchange, numbers of your exchange, so I don't make the same mistake. Eileen. Hi there. Eileen, are you there? Eileen must have gone somewhere, disappeared. Okay, so I do see her question, which is, do you see me going on a cruise ship teaching art work this spring? And which cruise ship? Please. All right, let's see what we can do with that. I'm going to give you a quick answer now, and then we'll see what happens later on. Maybe I can get to you another way. Eileen, cruise ship, yes, artwork, yes or no, please. Yes, you would be able to get that very easily. You have credentials that would match up to what they're looking for. You have been in contact with a few people. You will be called soon with the one that you want. And I think it would be a Royal Caribbean. I'm hearing Majesty of the Seas. We'll see how that works out. Okay, I'm going to let you go back into the queue now, and I'll try to reach you later during the show. So that would be Eileen. And that's a donation. I just need to put that next to her name so I don't forget. Because everybody, you probably understand this, everyone. When you got one foot in the spirit world and one foot on earth, it's kind of hard to keep track of the queue. So I'm going to go to Tony, who has a life question. I had pulled her up. Tony, yes, go ahead with your question, darling. And don't give me a lot of background, okay? I need a question, not something like that. I'll make the question for you. Uh, is does she have employment? Yes or no? You don't need to answer that, Tony. I'm asking spirit. You will. It feels like you will get employment soon, more to your liking. Whatever you have right now is really not up your alley. It feels very insecure. You will be opening up new doors soon that are more in alignment with what you really want, with your values, and also with your self-esteem to make you feel better about yourself. Whatever you're doing right now is just a. I do feel you are making money now, but not in your field or not what you need to do. Would you understand that, please? And it's not really what you want to do. Yes. Okay. So you're in the field that you want, but betting that you're going to do better at this or get more of it. Okay. So somehow you're at a lower level and that you'll be moving up in some way. Would that make sense to you, honey? That's why I feel that lowness there, the lower level stuff. But so I want to say it again, I feel like that's going to all reverse. Now, whether or not it'll be in the same company, I don't know. But the doors are going to open for you. Okay. So could you give me, what was that, honey? Yeah. Well, that's good. Well, that's good. It feels like what they're showing me is something that's a highly competitive field that has a lot of ups and downs. It actually feels like it could be in communications or media, or film, something like that. What is it that you're doing, please? You work for a donation company, like a nonprofit? I can't hear you, honey. Say that again. For a plasma company. Oh, interesting. Okay. But it's donations to give blood. I see. Yeah. Well, it just feels like, there's a lot of competition, there's ups and downs, but eventually you're going to punch through what you need to punch through. So just hang in there. Do you need to go to a different company to do this, which is your real question? The answer is yes. So look around. Okay? All right. Don't give up. Everything's going to work out for you. Okay? You're welcome, Tony. Thank you, honey. Bye-bye. Okay, so let's move now to, I did Sharon, I think, yeah, Ray. And I lost the caller too, which was Sherelle. I guess she either got cut off or she got disgusted. One of the two. I'm going to Ray. Ray, there. Thank you. I didn't notice it. No. Okay. I didn't notice it. Thank you so much. It goes in part to help animals. So I can hardly hear you. So either your mouth is too close to the speaker or too far away. Adjust that. And then I think I heard you say something about you have a dog or a cat or something. Oh, 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 that's wonderful. Well, and so then in honor of your beautiful dog that you rescued 1 week this coming, 1 year ago, this week coming, uh, there you're doing a donation for his birthday. What a wonderful gift. Thank you, Ray. Oh, that's so nice. Happy birthday. Happy. So you wanted to ask something about career, and all I want you to do is give me the question, no background, okay? Oh, yeah, yeah, you don't need to tell me why, but I do have a question before I can answer this. Well, not a question, but let me just see if I understand your question. You're asking spirit if it's okay to find another job since this one financially is not turning out to be what you thought it would be. All right, hold on 1 second, please. Oh, so another way to look at it is it could get better, so we need to look at that also. Give me the initials of the place you're working in now, please. S as in Sam, C as in Carol. All right, hold on. Yes, it will get better. So I get it will get better. It's a startup issue, really, not a startup you getting started. Not anything other than that. But I also need to give you more info on it. It's more a matter of uh what I'm seeing is that you're projecting that you will not be able to make enough money there because of the way the place is managed or run, that you're seeing a lot of problems or errors in the way they do things, and that you feel this could seriously inhibit your ability to be productive and make money. Would this make sense to you, please? Okay. So then let me ask you this, sweetheart. Why do you feel? Because what I'm getting is that you can make money there. It's just a matter of you need to get adjusted in there and that everything would work out for you economically. That's what I'm getting. You don't need to leave. Yeah. Mhm. Oh, well, I'm glad that you clarified your question because it's a little bit different than the way I understood it. I thought you Yeah, I thought you were asking, will it work out there for you? That's what I thought you were asking. Okay, so I think that it would work out there for you, but what you're asking is, will things work out if you go back home? And there's also another question possibly embedded in that, love, and that is sometimes we don't want to jump from job to job because it looks very bad on our resume. Is that what you're asking? All right, that's what I needed to know. Okay, all right. So I was going to go. Right, so will this inhibit him from getting future jobs because he's only at the other job for 3 months? Yes or no? No, I don't think it would be a problem. I'm getting a no on that. Would not be a problem. You can do whatever. Let me just finish my sentence. Let me just finish the sentence, love. So, what Spirit is saying to you is you need to be fierce and not allow things like resume problems or any of that to stop you from doing what you really want to do. We're all trained to be so submissive, follow all these rules, these corporate rules, and they repress greatness and they also repress accomplishment. So the first thing is here for you to learn, hey, if I don't like it, if it's not working, I'm leaving and I'm going to find something better. So that's the first thing. Now you want to know, will you ever find anything you like in Sacramento or anywhere? I'm going to answer that question big picture. So will Ray ever be able to find work that he likes? Yes or no? Yeah, you're very good at, wait a minute. You're very good at intellectual work, analytical work, analyzing problems, finding solutions. You're very creative in the way you do things and very methodical. And these are all skills that you should be able to use. You shouldn't have any problem with that. I'm not quite sure, and I don't want you to answer. I want Spirit to say, why does he feel he doesn't like what he's done so far, please? For Ray. Okay, so the reason I get, and this is important, hopefully, and that you'll be able to utilize, is the reason that you don't like what you've been doing thus far is because you're only given a little piece of what needs to be done. You're always given like a slice of the whole thing. You need is to have a bigger, more say in the whole production, if you will. So for example, it's like you're right now, the only job you've gotten are part of a production line. I'm going to use that as a metaphor, production line. Like you get to do step A, but somebody else is doing step Z. You need to have more overall control over the project or control over things. So if you can step back a little bit and try to find a company that perhaps may not pay as well, but would give you more responsibility so you have more control over the whole project. That would be a good way to move ahead. So rather than go for the higher salary that's going to maybe give you less satisfaction, go for a lower salary is going to give you a job that's more satisfying, and that eventually will pay off in salary and everything as well. Does that make sense to you, please, Ray? Okay. And are you working in software? What are you working in, love? Communications, telecommunications? Is it a technical job or what is it? That's what I'm trying to get my fingers on. Public relations. Okay. So you're only given little slices of things to do. You need to have more control over the whole big picture. So it may mean to give up some of the salary and advancement to step to a smaller environment. Environment's going to give you more control over things. And then you can own your own agency or something at some point. So you may have to step a little before you can move forward. And the forward is not only with money, but also with satisfaction. Okay? I'm going to have to let you go now because I've given you quite a bit of information so far. I don't want to give you a full, the remaining time we have to share with other people. But for now, I think probably that is the case. It could be very well for you because of the communications and everything you want to do, public relations. But for now, just to get more of a creative, total control over a project and see where that goes. The can I do this, the will I do this has a lot to do with your thinking and what you really want. Let's get you in a position you're happy with, and then we can work on the next level. Okay? Thank you, Ray. Bye, honey. Okay, I'm going to try to go back to Eileen, see if she's around. Eileen left us. Eileen went somewhere. Oh, there she is. Let's see if she's there. I need to finish that up. Eileen, are you there? Hi, honey. Did you hear the answer that I gave earlier? I did an answer for you. Oh, nice. Okay. Well, that popped into my mind. I'm not really an expert on cruise ships, but that popped in maybe because of your energy. What were you going to say? Okay, so there is someone that you have contacted that will be, I believe, contacting you as well. Could you give me the initials of some of the actually, it really doesn't matter. Why should we spend a lot of time on that? If you haven't contacted Majesty of the Seas, go ahead and do that because that seems to be a likely employer for you. Yeah, because they're part of what is it, Royal Caribbean? It's a big, big organization. And I do feel you're probably going to be contacted by one of the other ships as well. And I'm hearing Crystal. I don't know if that has an. Yeah, yeah, they're a good one to work for also, but I have a feeling that you're going to more likely be employed by Majesty. So, all right, whatever. Well, that's I see. Okay, so I'll use a different, rather than be employed, whatever it is that you want, I feel is more likely with Majesty than with Crystal, but Crystal will like you a lot as well. Okay, that is cool. Today I'm really good with names. Everything's coming in perfectly with things. I mean, like little details like that. Maybe it pays for me not to have any alcohol. Absolutamente. Okay, my dear, I have to go to Diana. Oh, I won't say her last name. Did make a donation. So I would say, just to summarize for you, it looks like Crystal's going to come through also, but somehow or other, Majesty is a very likely opportunity as well. So do both. Contact Majesty, see what happens. It's nice to be in a situation, which I think you will be, where you'll have more than one choice. Okay, let me know what's going on with that, honey. If I can make it, I'll certainly try to. I don't want to say now. Yeah. All right, sweetie. Thank you so much. Thank you, honey. Bye. Okay, so that was Eileen, and now I'm going to Diane O, who's at 781. I got to find her. There it is, right in front of me. Thank you, Diane. Sweetheart, thank you for making. Can you hear me? All right. Well, here I am. I see on your donation form that you want a okay, a mediumship or life question. Oh, is my husband okay? Is that your question, love? Oh, it is a mediumship you want. Okay. So I couldn't understand what you were writing there. Okay. No, that's all right, love. So just be quiet, be relaxed, and I want you to focus in, Diane, on what you want today. Focus in on him, and let me see what we pull in. There, okay, would you understand there were lung problems involved with him, please? Well, that's the first thing that comes in is lung problems, or I can't, I'm feeling it and I'm seeing it, and there's coughing and there's a problem there in breathing. I'm going to do what's called evidence right now, Diane, and I'm going to need you to give me a yes, no, or maybe when I ask you. So just try to respond. Would you understand that may not be your husband, but I also get the vision of a man that it looks a little bit more on the, I don't want to put a label on it, but I see a beard, I see a bandana, and it looks a little bit rugged like that. Would that make any sense to you for anyone you would know, please? Okay, well, that man shows in front of me, and I have no idea why. I also hear something to do with motorcycles and bikes. Would that make any sense to you, please? Motorcycle. All right. All right. Hold on. I'm going to be silent. Trying to pull energy. He's saying you're very smart, whoever this is. Hold on. You have to know, he says you have to know everything. You're always inquisitive. Hold on. I'm letting him talk, I have to let him because I feel like right now it feels like I threw a hook with a fishing rod out to the ocean. I'm trying to get a bite on it. This is how making a specific request. That's what I usually do. It's usually, though, most mediumship is done where you just allow those that want to come in to come in. We don't usually request, but let me see what I can do here. So he's saying that you have to be so smart on all that. I don't know if there's a teasing there, or if it's real. I don't know yet, and I can't tell you. So you always have to know everything and what's going on. He says you're very much like me, very inquisitive in many ways. We're both intellects or intellectual types, very inquisitive types. I do see a male before me, and he's slender build. He's average to a little taller in height, 5'8" to 5'10". It looks like his hair would have been salt and pepper, or on the lighter side, if you will, layered but not terribly short, not long but not terribly short. Would that make sense for husband, please? Okay. Well, I can only tell you what I'm seeing. So if he ever was like that, we will take it for now. I okay. I also see. So he's not heavy. When I say slender, I don't mean emaciated. I just mean I see him there as a slender build, not fat and not very very. Because some people are a little hung up on that word slender. So I see him there with hair. He likes his hair a little bit longer than most men. He's not real conservative haircut. What he's showing me now is kind of layered. And he's got Anglo-Saxon kind of features. Even it's hard to describe what you see. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know if you're going to agree, but I do see the nose is strong, but not overpowering for the face. He has serious eyes. His lips are full, but not real full. So he's got even features with some aging around the face, high cheekbones, and that kind of a thing. I do see lighter eyes on him. Now, would that make sense to you, please, or your husband? All right. He's kind. He's very important thinker. I don't know what he means by that. I think about important things in life. I don't let anything get by me without analyzing it first. I'm very inquisitive. You're very much like me. I also have a very good sense of humor. He says when I'm on earth and even in spirit, he says we haven't lost our sense of humor here. He shows me something about a dog, but it's interesting the way he shows the dog. It's like it's like as if he's showing me an image of a dog, but not the dog itself. It's a reflection of a dog, like in a lake or pool or something. And the dog looks like a short-haired, medium to a little bit larger dog size, but short-haired. It could be a lab, it could be a hound of some sort, but it's short hair, grayish to brownish fur, not hair, fur. Have you missed a dog? No, you're not supposed to tell me anything. Yeah. Okay, so if that description is interesting, the way he shows the dog. I've never seen a dog come in this way, as if the dog is reflected in a pool in front of him. He's not showing me the dog; he's showing me a reflection of the dog. So I don't know if that has any. Did the They could have meaning, Diane, if perhaps the dog would have died, maybe, I don't know, I won't speculate. All I know is I see a dog also, and that's why he cares to show it to me. Okay, so he's a very kind and loving person. He says we both loved each other very much. I haven't forgotten you, and you haven't forgotten me. I do see that there is a paunch or a stomach area that he's just distending or showing me. So that either means there's some problem in that area of the body, or that he would have literally had excess weight or excess weight in that area. So would either of those make sense to you, please? Yes, no, or all right. All right, so he's showing me is pushed out in that area or swollen. He also says it's something about lymph nodes are swollen, expanding. He's not feeling good for a while. It's a slow transition. It doesn't happen overnight. However, it does finally happen. He's so I need to be extremely careful. So just bear with me, love. What I say. Okay. When we have lymph nodes, it usually means infection or cancer. So I don't know, he hasn't told me that, but with the stomach distended like that, I'm trying to get him to fill in the pieces so that we have the evidence. And then you can talk more. I just want to give you enough evidence, love, okay? All right, love. So hold on one second. He's a lot of pain in his stomach area too. Would that make sense to you, please? Yes, no, or maybe? Show me pain. Would you understand that there's a problem in the bowels, please? Well, he shows me pain to go with that. So I just want you to know he shows me pain to go with that. There is a problem there, a health problem in the bowels. And so you've agreed to that. You've agreed to that. Okay. You're very kind, taking care of him. He says there was caretaking involved. You were there for him. He wants to thank you so much. And you've had a lot of loss, right? You lose him and then the dog goes. Wow. Do you understand the dog has some kind of a trigger to his death, a choking of some sort, please? The dog? Okay. Well, I see the dog as choking. I just want you to know that. I'm not sure exactly how he passed, but I get something going on in the neck area. They can't breathe, but not the same as your husband. So we've given you enough evidence, I would say, that we could probably say it is husband. And what I like to do now is I like to give you a personal message and talk a little more if you'd like. I don't want to be influenced. That's why I'm holding you back. So let's see if he wants to say. Take care of everyone for me. Don't give away your expertise so easily. You have something that you do or something that you know, or let me see if I can get him to clarify. You're giving away things for nothing. So stop. You need to charge everyone for everything you do, he says, Diane. Giving away things for free. And he says, stop doing that. He says, have faith and belief in your abilities and your skills. You're a very, very talented woman. Stop giving everything away for free. He says, I'll be looking in on you from time to time. Take care of the home for us. Take care of everything for me. He says, I haven't left you. I've just changed form. Loves you very, very much. Okay, so we're now I'm going to stop the mediumship. If you want to say anything, you're invited to do so. Oh, yeah. Oh, well, then when I said something about the bowels, then that made sense. You said it made sense that there was something going on in the bowel. Oh, oh. What do you mean? That type of coronary? Oh, okay. All right. So now I understand why I felt something in the chest area like he couldn't breathe, even though because you feel like you can't breathe when that's happening. Okay. Yeah, he's a very good looking man. And so the stomach area sticking out, was carrying a little extra weight in the midsection. Is that what it was, honey? Okay. At a belly. Okay. All right, so we validated the stomach. We validated the discomfort. I called it pain in the intestines. That was constipation. And then we've got the only thing we haven't validated is the lymph nodes, and then we'll go to you. The lymph nodes, he did say something about having problem with his immune system also at that time. So I'll just leave you with that. There might have been he might have been getting colds or flu, or he might have had something like that going on. Not that it affected his pen. Oh, okay, that would make sense then. Okay. So he's just giving me these things, but the first and most important is the chest area. He might have felt like he had a hand on his chest, which is part of at time some cardiac infarctions you would feel that. But I felt it immediately when I touched his energy originally. And a good looking man. Okay, so you want to know if he can I know that you said you didn't do anything, but you want to know what he thinks about that? Is that what you're asking me? All right, well, let's just go first thing at the doing something. You couldn't do anything. He says you couldn't do anything. You didn't know what to do. You were overcome with shock or grief as this was happening. He says, I don't look at any of that as a mistake on your part. It's just the way things work out. He also adds, this is an answer to your question about doing anything to help him right then. Okay. He says there was really nothing you could have done to prolong my life because it was going to happen. It happened very quickly. Second part of the question is house, getting rid of it or selling it. He says you're overcome with grief right now. He says wait a while longer, then decide. I don't encourage you to do that right now because you may make some poor mistakes while you're doing it, not only in what you're selling it for, but also where you would go afterwards. So he suggests you wait a bit until you've simmered down. And he's giving me at least 6 months to a year. Right? And no, but going back to your business, don't give everything away for nothing, and then you'll be able to take care of the fees, I guess, the expense of the house. Um, I have to go now, honey, because the radio show is over. Um, and I'm so sorry for your loss of your husband and then the second loss so soon thereafter. You're probably in shock right now. So just don't do anything right now, love. You know, most counselors would probably say to take some time off right now before you make any big changes. Usually they say a year. Hey, sweetheart, you're welcome. God bless. Bye-bye. All right, everybody. I want to thank you all so much for tuning in. I look forward to working with you next week. Namaste.